Hello SDN community, and welcome to the first webinar in a 3-part series on transition to school. That is, the move from the early childhood setting into the primary school setting. Parents often receive conflicting information about school readiness and the transition to school for their little ones. This step in a child's learning journey is an exciting time, but can often become daunting for families as conflicting information around school readiness can create confusion and concern. The objective of this webinar is to break down some of that confusion and hopefully provide some answers and reassurance about school readiness and the transition to school process, so that not only is the child ready, but their village is ready too. So, with this objective in mind, the focus of this first webinar is simply, what is school readiness? To answer this, we will first unpack some of the common myths around school readiness. Being ready for school does not necessarily mean knowing the alphabet, counting to 10 or 20 or even 100. School readiness is not being able to read or being able to write. In fact, school readiness isn't the same for all children and families. School readiness is also not a perfect set of skills that means that the transition to school will be entirely smooth. These are some of the common myths that we hear every day from concerned parents. So to allay some of these concerns and provide reassurance, we need to now answer the question, what is school readiness? What do our children actually need to be ready to transition to primary school? Firstly, all children are unique. Every child has a different learning style and pace. Children are naturally curious and competent to learn the way they need to when they are ready to do so. School readiness is not one size fits all. There are, however, some common areas which children need to develop in order to be ready for and successful in their transition to school. The first area, a bit of a buzzword at the moment, is resilience. When talking about school readiness, we use the word resilience in terms of one's emotional development and a child's ability to navigate how to cope when something doesn't go their way or turn out how they expected it to. When faced with disappointment or challenges, a child who is emotionally ready for school will be able to use problem-solving skills to navigate towards a solution, which may even be just knowing when to ask for help and who to ask. To do this, they also need to be able to communicate their needs effectively in a manner that will be understood by their peers and teachers. Being emotionally ready for school means the child has developed a range of understandings and skills in this space. Key to this is identifying and managing one's own emotions, and extending this understanding into identifying others' emotions and beginning to show empathy. To thrive at school, children benefit from a range of well-developed social skills. These include turn-taking, sharing, knowing how to invite others to play, or how to approach peers to join in a game. Self-help skills are also another area of development which can support a smooth transition to school. Children need to be able to identify and look after their belongings. Examples of this include being able to confidently open and close lunchboxes, put on and take off their jumper, and zip and unzip their bags. To be school ready, children also need to be developing effective problem solving, thinking and learning skills. Examples of this may include the ability to follow simple instructions, to be able to work in both small and large group settings, as well as independently. Having positive dispositions for learning, such as perseverance, confidence, and listening for meaning, will also serve your child well. Finally, school readiness isn't just about the child. It is about their whole village being ready. The school needs to be ready for the individual child. The family needs to be ready, and the child needs to be ready. How we can support villagers to be school ready is explored in further webinars in this series, so stay tuned.